What up, P's? Get ready. We about to have an exciting episode here at Ment Fitness with Ashley Paul. Let's go.
The thoughts, views, and opinions of all the associates and that P-Pod host, it's coming from his brain, y'all. He's doing it all on his own, and it's just for entertainment. So don't you get going and feeling like something else is happening, because it's not.
Subscribing the channel.
He's just having a little fun, all right? Take it or leave it.
I was just having a little fun. I was sitting there all of that time kind of waiting and didn't know I left my stuff. I'm sitting there acting like I got time. I'm early. Let me sit here. And I sat there probably I think I got there. It was probably 11 o'clock. I got there early.
Because I had got there, and then I was like,
because
let me go. I had left and went got something and came back.
I got there early because I didn't want to be late, and I said I knew I needed to set up, so I didn't know your schedule. So I was like, well, let me at least go, and so I'm not.
Middle of the day.
I forgot all my stuff, and so I'm sitting there,
clowning,
acting a fool. Where's my man? I left my whole phone. Hey y'all, I'll be right back. I left my whole phone over there. Talk.
What up?
Yeah.
Peeps.
All of that. I edited all this. I just started recording. I edited. Y'all know I am the forgetful king. I need a list for everything.
Because we're getting old.
Yeah. Just full disclosure, I am the person that needed to have my. I don't want that. I am the person that needed to put in my my phone to pick up Chance.
Oh, I got it on mine too every day
See?
at 1:30. Pick Jalen.
I ain't the only one.
We're not.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed of it.
I'm not, because I was ashamed. Well, your friend made me feel ashamed of it.
I'm not ashamed.
Because she was like, you have to put in a thing to pick up your
Tell me
son.
that's good for her if she can remember. Okay? Sometimes the day get away from me. Yeah, I need to know what time it is. You got 30 minutes. You better be 30 minutes away. That's the other thing.
And yeah.
Don't be
Well,
too far.
I do mine. I started doing time to leave.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter where you are.
We'll
check that. So it doesn't matter where you are. It'll do in your location. It'll set it, and since so it'll give you that.
I need that.
Yeah, it'll give you that time to leave.
I want a 30-minute little buffer.
Yeah, I do time
Calendar
to leave. Well,
event.
time to leave only works if you. Well, yeah, time to leave is wherever you from.
Yeah.
It'll give you that time that you'll make it there on time. Yeah.
I got 30. I'm saying I can't be more than 30 minutes away. Or I'm
it's a bad situation.
Like, hey, can somebody who can go get them?
I need my tribe.
I
need my tribe to help me out. Okay, hey, well look, y'all heard us playing around, and this is what I love to do, sitting here with my friends, and so I'd like to say welcome to P'sPod episode 19. I am your pilot, the progenitor, and pretty brown-eyed host P.
I know that's right.
Yeah, and the P today stands for patience. We'll use patience. So today, before we start, like I always say, because it is raining outside, so wipe your feet before you come in. Watch your head as you take that step. And as your mama would always say, you don't want nothing, don't touch nothing, and don't ask for nothing. Y'all we got a mama here that probably uses that all the time. And so I'd like to welcome into the pod a very special guest, Ashley Paul.
Hey, y'all.
Of Ment Fitness, of a little bit of everything. She is a woman of many talents and many abilities. So I'll phrase it as Ment Fitness because that's probably the most biggest thing that you're known for, other than, that in your master status. But we'll take that one. So Ashley here from Ment Fitness. So we're not gonna. Oh, let me ask, how have you been? We've been sitting there talking so long, acting like. So for the P'sPod, I gotta act like we haven't been talking since yesterday because y'all will see the videos. I made a video. I actually went to Ment Fitness yesterday, and we were supposed to meet. And P is pitiful. Because I'm the most forgetful person ever. We talked about this before, how I forget. And so yesterday, I forgot the cords for the microphones. So we could have had video and all of that, but you wouldn't been able to hear us. And so that, as we say, defeats the whole point and purpose. So we are here now today. She was so gracious to then come and meet us here in our studios, the P'sPod studio. So thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you being on the P'sPod.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So we gonna roll right into our P's News. So in this segment of P's News, what we always do is talk about some of the things that are going on in the world, in the Metroplex, some things that you want to talk about and that you've heard about pretty much all week, all the time. And we kind of discuss it just for a little bit. So part of the news that we want to talk about is in this time of year is spring. It's raining a little bit. And so the sun is peeping out. People are popping out. And this is summertime fine time. So in P's News, we want to talk to Miss Ashley Paul about how do we get ourselves ready for summertime fine. Is it too late?
It ain't never too late. One, don't just try to be summertime fine though. That's the thing. You really need to be year round.
You want the commitment.
Yeah, the cup. Come on, that's
the
what
commitment.
Our biggest package is called commitment. So.
Oh really? I was just saying. See, I'm on the team.
It's funny. Look, I went and worked out this morning at 8 a.m. One of my other trainers, Tyler, he was in there. He was like, "You realize we got to do this for the rest of our lives?" I was like, "We do."
Ain't no stopping us now.
I mean, if you want to feel good. You know, looking good is just a byproduct of it, but it's really like how you feel. Right?
How you know what? And you, so any husband or any man does with that has, you know, a woman in his life, when they're talking on the phone, you know how they talk on the phone all the time, boy. And you had a phrase that I laugh at anytime S repeated it and I heard it. You said, "I want to look good naked."
Oh yeah, I want to look good naked. Let me tell you something. People be like,
some people
you
like
good.
to
Them tights look good on you. What it look like when you take them tights out? Do it falls out.
That is important because everybody be, you know, women had, well, even now men got Spanx and whatever that Kim Kardashian.
There's men Spanx.
Yes, there are. I've been seeing the little undershirts with dudes be looking tight and swole. I was like, bro, I see that line. My barber told me about that. I was like, really? So if I ain't got my stomach right, I can just
get a Spanx.
Kind of spank it up.
Yeah.
I may try it. But it is important, and it is so, I would say, disappointing back in the day when what you see is not necessarily what you get.
I'm telling you, what fall out them clothes when you take them off?
God damn.
How does it fall out? That's the
So what's the best way? Then you said it is a commitment in its lifetime. So what are some things that need to be in place during that commitment?
Honestly, the biggest thing is where your mind is.
Really?
Your body, everything that we do, like, of course, with fitness, of course, like, your body gonna do what your mind tells it to do. Like, this is the
power of positive thinking in this.
Yeah, you gotta be mentally committed to at least just step in a gym, a gym. One, mentally committed to, shoot, I'm tired of being fat, I'm tired of being on this medication, I'm tired of being tired. Whatever your whatever your thing is, you gotta commit to saying, I'm done with that. I'm sick of feeling like this, looking like this, being like this. So that's the first step. Is literally just mentally committing to saying
changing your mind.
The change has to happen. Yeah. Honestly, fitness is I don't know the percentage. Of course, this is Ashley's math. I think it's 95% mental.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And I would agree because half of the battle is getting up. And actually going and stepping into the gym. Yep. So that is really mind state because everything in your body, believe me, because I like to get up in the morning and work out. So believe me, everything in your body is telling you, lay back down.
Lay down. It's cold. It's warm.
Lay down. It's warm. The bed is soaked. Why?
Why would you get up?
Yeah. And so it is making that commitment in your mind and changing your mind state. Okay. So once you change your mind, then you say, okay, I'm going to work out. So how should people then start? Because we are getting a little long in the tooth, the best way to say it. And so we are not as young as we are. So we can't just run out there and can I just, go out there and expect to do the same thing I was doing before I got old if I've been out of practice?
That's subjective, objective, whichever one of those words. But I mean, there you can get back to it, right?
Okay.
Like, there's people that we have come in the gym every day. Some of them have never worked out ever. They were never athletes. They didn't play a sport. Like, they are like, working out is weird. Like, why? I don't know anything about this. And some of them, like, you see, those are the greatest stories that we see. Like, I have somebody who comes, she comes at 4:00 every day, and I could tell, like, she's one of those people. I don't think and I could be wrong. I haven't asked. She's never, doesn't look like she ever played sports. You know, she's one of those people that came in a little awkward, like, move weird, don't know how to, and it's like, man, but to see her, I think she's probably been with us, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 months, strong as a bull.
Wow.
Moves much better, squats like some of the best that's ever been in that gym. And so it's just making literally just come in.
Making the decision to go. And then getting the trainer.
Yep.
And so okay, so that's those people that be in the gym like with street clothes, full jeans, and doing the machines all wrong. Those are generally those people that probably have had no training at all.
They don't know what they're doing.
And so I would say when I was younger, I did not see the need for a trainer. The older I am, I do.
Right.
Because you do need that person, just if for nothing else, accountability.
Yep.
Somebody to say, hey, you're supposed to be here, or you're supposed to be here, and I thought I could work out because we worked out like athletes. So you do a certain way.
Right.
And they're like, hey man, you're not young like that no more.
No.
You can't do at that volume or what you're doing isn't even for you. It was for that sport.
Yep. And you know what's funny? Even us playing sports back in the day, like I look at, like, coming into the gym, we have a program we call development, and it's for sports development, right? But this generation gets so much more than we did.
Yeah.
Like they're learning about mobility. They're learning about flexibility. We
got going there, lift as much as you can.
Go in there and just do it and perform. And that's why a lot of our bodies, our generation and above, our bodies is toe down.
That's true. Yeah. Because none of those programs were developed for you at all. It was like, it's this sport, like everybody did the same thing.
Yep.
Either you were a big guy that did the big guy workouts, or you were skilled and you did the faster stuff, and it was not crafted at all for you.
Nothing was programmed for us to move better. It was just perform. But you don't understand, performance is based on how you move.
That is true. And trying to do it from that, you really just stressing your body in essence to make it do something that you don't have the mobility to do.
And it's, with youth, like, your body can take more. So okay, it took this, but as we get older, that's why this hip is bad, this knee is bad, and it's because it can't.
Good Lord.
It needs the work that it needed back then.
Yeah, now. and so going to the chiropractor, he told me that. He said, all of the stuff you did when you were young, when you were at, football, whatever you were doing, you thought you got away with it. He's like, your body stored it. And that's why it hurts now, because back then you could get away with it because you were young. Now them old bones and joints, they
Jesus
weak.
Christ.
And you're paying for everything that you messed up and did wrong. So that is so important. Wow.
Yeah.
So from there, then, I see that you have this thing called community days where you are getting people out in the community. And so with Ment, tell me a little bit about community days and how it works.
Yep. So the community workout is something that we partner with the Run It Up Club and then Behind Every Door organizations. One is just awareness, right? It's bringing fitness to a larger group of people that, okay, our gym currently right now is in Cedar Hill. There's only so many people in Cedar Hill. Now, there's a lot of people in Cedar Hill. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
But there's only so many that we're going to be able to encounter in our building, right? So you have an organization like Run It Up that's making a positive impact on people moving, running, even if you come out there and walk. So the cardio side of it. And then Behind Every Door is, the community center that's just impacting families in that, in a lower impoverished area. So we just connected with those two and we bring it, and we just want, again, awareness. We want more people to be able to see the product and just understand that, like, working out can be cool.
Wow. So I saw that you had one a couple weeks, about a month ago. No, it was April the
12th.
The 12th. I saw that one. And so now you're having one again this weekend. Is that this weekend? Oh, that's the Autism Walk this weekend.
So the next community workout is next month, and it's actually going to be an adult field day. Yeah. It's going to be fun. We're excited about that one.
Okay, so y'all going to have all the adult activities.
Yep.
So tell me, that sounds fun. So what kind? So like kickball, that kind of...
We hadn't like officially put out, all the
The
activities. But
lineup,
yeah,
got you.
but it's designed to be fun. Again, we
Right.
want people, when we have these community workouts, it's about having fun. Like
It is.
understanding that fitness don't always have to be, I go in the gym and I grind and pound and I'm sweating, I'm tired, I'm defeated when I finish. Like,
Right.
it's more like this last one we just had over 400. We've always had over 400 people out there.
For
And it's an
so
amazing
where are
sight
y'all
to
having
see.
this with that many people?
So behind every door, they're at the Cedar Crest Community Center, and so they
Okay.
have a full-on football field.
Football. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So it's
And-
always about fun at the end of the day.
And what I did like, because with any community, there's always that group encouragement. And so you see people doing or maybe struggling, and then you got 10 or 12 people just encouraging them.
Yep.
Come on, get you. And so I've always seen it. I love that so much. That's what I loved about kind of group workouts and those things. I'm more of a loner for some reason. I mean, to me, I have fun by myself
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah.
But those group ones are because you can bring out that competitive side,
Yep.
which does push you harder than you would yourself.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So with the community, are there different stations? Are there types of workouts? And tell me about modifications, because you always talk about those modifications for people that have different skill levels.
Yeah. So there are 7 stations. So we basically follow at the gym. We have a class called Movement, which is our flagship class. It's strength
Okay.
and conditioning. It's full body every single day. We run through 7 different concepts: a power, a strength, speed, all the different little modules that way. And so that's pretty much how the community workout is tailored. So it's 7 stations, and pretty much all of our concepts are at those stations. Mobility, like our mobility station, and all the things.
Nice.
Yeah. And so
That's
again,
yeah.
at
And-
all of these, we of course have all these trainers, and they're all certified trainers. So modifications are always being able to be given. We tell people all the time, like I tell people in the gym for sure, like look to the left and the right, not for competition, but for
Right.
help or
Exactly.
for encouragement. So if you can't do something, like how I'm supposed to do
How am I supposed to work?
what I'm supposed to say. And at the end of the day, if you got an injury and you don't tell the trainer, we're gonna just keep going and telling you to go. Like you got
Right.
Hey,
It's your job to
look,
say
let me
something.
look right in the camera when I say this. We are all grown. So you don't have to be scared to tell a trainer in a gym, I cannot do this, or I have this injury, or I have this going on. Like, open your mouth, because if you don't, you risk hurting yourself.
So, okay, with that, what is your training style? Because I would think somebody doesn't say something because they may be scared a trainer's gonna scream at them or berate them, or
I'd be like, okay, well, go. You can't. Okay, I can't. So
get you strong up then.
yeah, man up. Just do it. No. So every trainer is different, right? Me, I'm more laid back. Like I'm gonna tell you what we got to do. This is the rep count. And go, right? If you come to me and you say, hey, I can't do that. I had a lady a couple of weeks ago. We were doing back squats. So she like, I can't put that bar on my neck. I'm like, well, one, look, it's not supposed to be on your neck. I want it on your top of back. She's like, no, I mean, I can't put it on my back at all. I'm like, what you mean? I had back surgery. Ding. Okay, guess
There
what?
you go.
You're going to still be able to do squats, but I'm going to go give you a pair of dumbbells, and you're going to squat with dumbbells.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just got to
right.
tell me what it is.
Yeah,
But
communication,
don't tell me, I do
y'all.
have some folks that come tell me, like, I can't do that. And it's just because there's an intimidation. And you got to show me at least 3 reps. And if you do the 3, if the count was 7, I'm going to need them other folks.
Now that is what a trainer's supposed to do. That's that nice little encouragement.
It's
You
okay.
you
got
have
it.
more left in you.
You did it. Finish it now.
Okay,
Just
I
keep
like
going.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well so tell us where Ment Fitness is, the location, and some of the things you kind of have going on. So how long have you been in existence? I'll start from there. In
Yeah,
business,
so July 20th, this July 20th will be 2 years.
Wow.
We're in our first location.
Yeah, 2
years.
years for a black business. Good. Let me
Praise
hear
the
that.
Lord.
There we go.
So that'll make our 2 years at our Cedar Hill location, which is our first flagship location. We're at 67 in Pleasant Run, 949 North Highway 67. We over there. You can't miss us. We
She
by
know the
Smacks.
address, too.
Because I ride it a lot too.
I couldn't. I couldn't tell you the address to my work, my job for nothing.
Yeah,
I guess
do a
when
lot
it's
of
yours,
stuff.
it is different.
Yeah,
But go
I do
ahead,
a
yeah.
lot of stuff. But you can't miss it. We're in the same parking lot as Specs. A lot of people know where Specs is, off of 67 Pleasant Run, Bamboo
Cheers to
Palace,
you.
or
Cheers to Satan.
Jason's. But yeah, we're doing amazing things over there. We're working on. We just signed a lease for our second location.
Hey,
So we're
congratulations
moving on
to
up.
that.
Yep, we're moving up and out. I mean, Cedar Hill is gonna always be there. We're just gonna continue to move this around because Mint is a national brand. Like it's something that everybody should get.
So are there any differences then from the first location to the second?
As far as the programming or anything,
The programming or size or what you can or can't do there?
So I'll say this: Cedar Hill was our first baby, right? We have a lobby at the Cedar Hill location. Then we have the gym side. And it's in our location number 2 is downtown in the Design District.
Okay.
So
that means that it's a
come
little
on.
less space just by the area where you are.
By the area a little bit, it's a different floor plan layout. I'll
Gotcha.
say it that
Okay.
way. So we have the same amount of square footage, it's just a different layout. So our programming, none of that is changing. We still have movement, we still have recom, all of that is the same. It's just a different location.
Okay, and downtown is a little more hoity-toity. A little hoity-toity down there. Got
little razzle-dazzle.
A little razzle. Oh, that's what a little razzle-dazzle. I like that. So is there a projected date for the second location yet?
Yeah, so looking in no more than 60 days, like 45 to 60 days is pretty much when that one should be rolling. So y'all prayed up.
Moving.
Keep us prayed up. Let's get it
45, 60 days.
Yeah.
Y'all
it's not
are
as
moving.
much as a build out as our Cedar Hill location. This one is a little bit more kind of
Nice.
set. And so we just need to make it mint wise, make it look like
Hey, so, I love B, Brandon, who is one of the founders and the owner also. Love him as a trainer. Ashley is a wonderful trainer. Y'all need to go. Just get your fitness journey started.
Yep.
Activate it. However you do, get your mind together, like she said. And if you don't, then call a friend, phone a friend, or just call up there. Somebody will encourage you to come. And with everybody with their they're so loving and so open, you'll want to go back. Cause even B with his little with his cool self,
Right.
B got me into, cause guys, me and my wife were dating at the time, and when she was working out, so going to all of these little trainers and stuff.
Let me see what he look like.
Let me see what this little dude looking like. Got my wife out here in compromising positions. Met him, and man, love the dude, great guy.
Yeah.
And so it's no secret why he has such a big following. Everybody's on the mission with him, and you Ashley also. We thank y'all so much for keeping our community moving.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of us don't move.
Yep, we gotta move.
So we glad that we are moving. Welcome to Ment Fitness. I'm Pete. How can I help you? Oh, yeah. Hey, my name is Pete. I heard a lot about you guys. I haven't been in a while. Just trying to get my fitness journey back started. And I heard you guys were the right ones to start with. Hey, have a seat. I'm Pete. So you said you want to start a new membership with Ment Fitness. Let's get it. We got a whole table for you. Lay down, get you cracked up. You ready to see the gym? Let's go. All right, great. Have a seat. So what you think? Amazing, isn't it? So look, this is our initial location here. We have another location that we're gonna have in not too long that's gonna be starting. So we're gonna be able to fit all your needs. Everything you need is gonna be right here. So I think next steps, we're gonna have you look at our nutritionist. We're gonna have you meet with our. Okay, so next, let's go into our peeping peas. So peeping peas is where we talk about personal things from your sites, either through your Facebook, your IG, from Reddit, from the X-Men, and these are kind of stuff we talk about. So I saw on yours where you were crafting your workouts and partnering with individuals with disabilities. So tell me a little bit about that.
So that's part of, what has grown out of Ment Fitness and what we call involvement. And so it's a fitness class. It's an organization. I actually just made it a nonprofit organization officially at the end of last year. And it's called Involvement in Motion. And so we focus on fitness for special needs, people with IDD, special needs people, trying to help inclusion in schools, and then those post-graduation resources. Hey, are they going to be able to work? A lot of special needs people can't work.
Right.
And so, but they still need something. They need their thing. When school ends, like school for special needs people is a routine. And so they thrive better in habits and routines. And so when they graduate and then they just sitting at home, that's detrimental.
That's when bad things start to happen.
Yeah. So that you get bad behaviors, you get a bunch of different things because now they don't have their thing. They don't know what the heck they're doing anymore.
Right.
And so myself, having a son, Jalen is 21, which is wild, with autism.
Jay?
Yeah, he goes to a day center, and so it's just his thing. He gets to get out. They're very active. They come to the gym. They work out. They go to baseball practice. They go to the movies. They go to restaurants.
Wow.
They find ways for them to be included in the community.
I love that, and I don't know if you know, that's part of my background.
Really?
For 10 years I worked with individuals with developmental disabilities.
No,
I started in college, started working with kids first, wards of the state and that kind of stuff, and then went up to individuals that lived in group homes and lived in facilities like I was in Denton State School, so 10 years. So I started on the floor, then I got up into programming and ran group homes, and so I love that population.
Yeah.
And and I know with having Jay, I always said, you know how we black people are, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing is
absolutely knows what he's doing.
And I love, because people that I would say don't work with individuals with disabilities, they look at you funny when you say that, but it's like you got to be around these people every day, all day, to know they got abilities and strengths just like you got, weaknesses just like you got. They got a funny bone just like you got. They like to pick and prod and play and play. And so I love it, because to me, you get a real person. So you're not getting, if you're a good person, they'll love you.
Yeah, they don't.
If you're a bad person, they ain't gonna mess with you, fool with you too much. So I love that so much. So how big is the group that kind of comes that you work with?
So right now, I have Jalen's Day Hab, and it's about 15 of them, 14 to 15 of them that come every Monday. And we do a 45-minute class, and it's a full class. Like, they warm up.
So they do the pretty much the same thing anybody else would do.
Yeah, because guess what? They have the same
They
body
got the same
that we have.
They do.
Right?
And they
now,
need
some
to be
of them
able to
have
move.
physical ailments. A lot of them, a lot of them don't in his place. But if you have a physical ailment, there's one, and I'm not going to say a name, but he's had a stroke before. And so one arm, he can't use that arm. So when we do, like if we do push-ups, guess what? He's just going to flip over, and I'm going to have him do bridges. Like there's no...
Yeah,
nobody gonna get out of nothing just because you
no
have this
barriers. Like we said, you just modify it.
You just modify it.
Wow.
You just modify it because their body is just like our body. Their brain is just like ours. It's just wired a little different. And there might be some, there's little tweaks here and there. There's this, there's that doesn't work absolutely normal.
But just know they strong. Oh, buddy, strong. Yeah, especially like strong.
They're strong because they don't think like we look. Like we go in the gym and somebody like we'll look at a sled with 4 plates on. Like, no, I can't do that.
Yes, the limitations
Jalen
are not.
Picked up the straps on the 4 plated and pulled it because they don't think about it. He just tries it. They'll just try it.
No limitations.
And I tell people all the time, we can learn from them.
We can, because they aren't scared. Yes, now, that's what I loved about. Oh my God, that's why I say I loved about that population, because they have it. Everything we got, they're just wired a little different. They are strong, can do stuff, and they are smarter.
Ingenious.
Man, they smart.
There's another guy at his center that when he meets people for the first time, he walks up to you and say, "How you doing? Where were you born?" Or no, he says, "What's your birthday?" And so you tell him your birthday. You look like, May 25th. And he'll say, "What's the year?" He wants to know the year. And in 5 seconds, he can tell you the day of the week that you were born.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. The little mind stuff that they could do.
Oh, my God.
No, you were born on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on.
I've been getting on Google.
I was. Like, hold on.
I was.
Yeah, I was born on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some, I mean, we had, at the facility, we had math geniuses that you can just give. It doesn't matter. Whatever numbers you can give them. You be like 28364 plus 78. He 7. Like, whoa.
It's crazy.
Yes. So some of them had really like Rain Man
this
type of
one piece
ability.
of the brain doesn't work. This
Another
one
one
is hypersensitive, and buddy, they'll talk you out the water. They can work.
Yes.
They can math you out the water. Like they can do
And
so many things.
Their abilities, because they don't have some of the same stress, like their skin will be so beautiful. Like Jay, skin is so beautiful because they're not stressing. Hair is still black. They're all their limbs. They can bend, run, and jump. And
so
oh my God, yes, so much from special needs people.
Yep.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, so let's go. Then I want to do right quick, because part of why I have Ashley here is not just for Ment Fitness, but it is, if you don't know, Autism Awareness Month. So the month of April is Autism Awareness Month. It is observed every April and is dedicated to increasing understanding and acceptance of people with autism.
Yep.
It highlights the challenges faced by individuals on the autism spectrum while also celebrating their unique strengths and contributions. This month aims to promote inclusion, support early diagnosis and intervention, and encourage respect and empowerment through education and advocacy. So, being this month, having a mother here that has a son with autism, we are now going into our interview phase of episode 19 of P'sPod with Ashley Paul. So, part of our interview phase, and then we're talking about you having a son with autism. Tell me about kind of in the beginning when you first found out he had that something was going on, or something was different.
So I had Jalen young at night. I was 20 when I had him. I was 19 pregnant, but I had him when I was in college. So, and the funniest thing is, me and another girl at college had our babies a week apart.
Wow.
So her son came the 23rd and Jalen is born on the 30th, and so we both went back to school. We're at school together, and so I was able to visually see differences, right?
Oh yeah, because they were exactly
wow. This is pretty much, they're the same age.
Yeah, same age pretty much.
So I would babysit her baby. She had to go to class, and she would watch Jay, and so I would be it would get to certain it was milestones. It was milestones. Like Jalen didn't reach it. Like he didn't make a lot of eye contact. Now he's always, anybody that meets Jalen, he gonna smile. Like he's always joyous. He's always had that smile. Even as a baby, I can find pictures and he's just grinning. So he was always that, but he wasn't the baby or the kid that did this.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why I'm like this, put your arms up, and it's just, and I look at the other baby like, oh, so I would notice the milestone misses, right? But at 20 years old,
you don't notice something.
It didn't mean that it was a disability to me.
Right, it's like he just getting it a little slower.
I did recognize it. It was like, okay, he didn't walk. Jalen didn't walk till, how old was Jalen? May have been 2.
Wow.
He might have been 2. So, but even his crawl, he did an army crawl. One arm. He'd pick an arm, and that's how he would. He was like, why is you doing that? This is weird. But again, it was like, okay, that's something else. But none of this ever equated to this is a disability. I don't know if maybe when I was younger, I don't even know if
you kind of encountered somebody where you'd had that experience to be like, well, maybe it's that or what I saw.
Yeah. And I'm hold that because this is a full circle moment on that, seeing somebody with a disability that is now in our lives. And so it was all these little things. But once I graduated, he was 2 years old when I graduated, I think 2 or 3. And I had gone to a doctor. I did. We went to a doctor's appointment down there because Jalen I went to school in the country. So he kept an ear infection. So they were like, we're about to have to put tubes in it. So that could be what it is, that he's not walking. And so they gave all these little solutions. And so once I graduated, they were like, hey, just connect with this program, ECI. Okay. When you get home again. I don't know what none of this means. It's like, yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
So got him connected to ECI, and they started doing therapies, behavior, all these, all of their therapies, occupational, physical, speech. And so that caseworker was the one that actually said the word autism to me.
Wow.
And I was like, I started Googling, and I'm like, autism, what is that? And so from there, it was like, you get on Google and you read it, you're like, oh, shoot.
Oh, wow.
he do this stuff, or he does not do that, or he did. And so then from there, I went to, at the time it was Fort Worth. I think it's still there. The Autism Center, I think it was what it was called. Did a full little evaluation, and he got his diagnosis at 3.
Wow, at 3.
At 3, and I'm 23.
And so at 23, your son then is diagnosed with autism.
And I'm like,
oh my gosh. Oh my God.
For me?
And so I'm assuming, well, from there, it then begins this trying to modify your life, in essence, to surround him with the most he can get, the most support and everything.
That's what you would think. But at 23, I don't even know, what's the word? I closed off.
Oh, isolated. Kind of isolated yourself?
I isolated us. Because
Wow.
I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't understand. Well, let me not say
and I can understand it.
I did understand it. And to me, it was scary. It was intimidating. It was, people were going to look at us. Because
my baby. And,
Because at that time, Jalen was mute. Like, this is, he used to just play with his tongue at the time. That was the most that he would talk. And so it was like, okay, now, before it was, oh, that's just how Jalen is. Now you put a label on it.
Now you put a label on it. It makes it.
And now I'm like, oh,
the negative stigma comes.
If I'm gonna be honest, I was ashamed.
Really?
Yeah, at 23, I was ashamed. I didn't understand it. So it was like, I don't want people to.
And I can get that. I totally can get that.
Yeah, and we Black.
Yes,
let's
because
talk about our culture.
How we pick Black on folks, and we look at people that anything.
And Jalen at the time, again, he's nonverbal. He will fall out in a flat second.
Yes.
You know us as Black folks, you in the store.
You trying to beat the kid.
Other folks think you like beat him. And I'm
like that's not his deal. He's not, This is
now today, he know what he doing.
Yeah, you know what
hey, let me tell you something. At 42, he know what he doing.
What doing.
I'm 41. You know Lord, I said 42.
Hey, go on, give yourself another one then if you want to. you can have one of my numbers.
Yeah, shoot.
You
but
want it.
I isolate. So I'll tell you this. We went to one parent support group. And again, this is 21 years ago. So what resources y'all are thinking of today?
There were none.
We lived in Duncanville, Cedar Hill area. There was none of that, right? So we drove all the way, I want to say it was Plano.
Wow.
We go to this support group and nobody looks like us. We're the only.
So I can't get support, yes.
And I'm listening to these people. Jalen, if we have to look at it on a grand scheme, like from other, he definitely has his quirks. It's a spectrum. Right. Like everybody's different. But I'm in the room with folks that are saying, my son has probably a protein deficiency because he'll only eat chips and cheese. My son doesn't sleep at night. My son doesn't do this, or my daughter. And I'm like, Jalen eat.
Yeah.
He sleep.
So they just doing kid stuff in essence. Yeah, I can't relate.
So that was another thing that was like, I can't relate. We're just going to be in our little world. I just isolate. Yeah.
Wow. So and then moving. So what was kind of the turning point where you were saying, okay, well, I will open up. I do need some help, or I'm not ashamed to, be out here with my baby.
Yeah, that really, and this is going to sound crazy, but this is just my reality. That really didn't come to, Jalen was probably like 10, 11 years old.
And I could see that because I would think that would be more of a protection type of thing.
Yeah. It was a protection
and protecting you and protecting him.
Us. Like I wasn't comfortable, and it just was a thing. Like we just weren't comfortable.
I can understand because people are what we don't understand, and we're so ignorant about. And from what the first thing you get is everybody stares because it's something they don't understand. They stare.
They stare.
Because that was one of the biggest things when we were going excursions, like going out, taking them out into the community. Everybody's like just gawking.
Yeah,
I would. I akin it to when like white babies see black people. You'll go because I was at the bike shop and it was like little girl. She was a toddler. She wasn't even a toddler. She was an infant. She was probably 1, and she stared at me the entire. Anytime I moved, she was like, "What you doing? What you doing?" And it was like, I never seen you before.
Chill.
What are you?
Yeah.
So I those stares can be, and I always got defensive.
Yep.
What you looking at?
Yep.
What you ain't never seen?
Yep.
And that was me.
And guess what?
So I can see that.
That intern, like people, I actually had a doctor telling me, and I believe this to this day. One doctor said, you and Jalen overstimulate each other. So in that instance, right,
Really?
we do. He be on 10, I be on 10.
He'll be on 10. And now we both out.
We be about to have World War III. But in that instance, you saying, like, in public, back in the day, like, if he did something, or, like, he used to not be able to stand, like, we couldn't go to the grocery, he couldn't be still.
Oh, right.
Standing in the line, that was torture for him. So I'm holding, now, I'm not holding his hand now, because I'm holding here, because I'm like, can stop.
Yeah.
And so the stairs, now I'm intimidated, I'm embarrassed. Guess what? Energy is transferable.
And
So the more I go up,
and
I'm probably squeezing hard, I don't realize it, and it just transferred to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we just isolated. But yeah, about 10, 11 is when I started coming out. And I went full time with personal training or training period in 20, I don't know what year, but he was about to turn a teenager. So that was,
Right.
12, 13. And that was like, it really has been the best thing.
Nice.
Really has been the best thing. Like, I started training over here in this area, actually, with one of my friends. And I used to do it at, what is the trampoline? Urban Air.
The Urban Air, yeah.
Yeah, and so I would bring him over here, and this is gonna sound bad, but this is all I knew. I would bring him over here, and the white people were like, "Oh, it's okay," like because
They were so accepting.
They were accepting, and so
Yes.
it was like, "Well, I just want to always train over here." They get like they
get it.
they get it, or they'll help me with him. Or
Yeah.
and so then when I used to train with another company, but in that company made me go back to my side of town. I was like, "Oh,
I
it's
want
gonna
to be over here." Yeah.
And this is, I mean, I'm just telling you my reality. I was deathly scared to be in my area around my people with Jalen. I just didn't feel the support, and it was the total opposite.
It was. It was great. Oh, that's great.
I got
that's
over there, and everybody was like, "Oh, he okay?" And
come on in.
And so many teachers that I used to run into, so they were familiar.
So they were familiar with
So again, it was a facade that I had made in my own brain
your
for all
own-
those years.
Wow. And so I think that is important that you saw that and you kind of recognized that, and then you opened him up because, like, Jalen, he went hard. So when Jalen come, everybody got a name. Everybody got I hadn't seen him in a while, so he was looking at me like. But when you pulled up, he knew.
Yeah,
he knew where we were. Ren. Yeah, he calls my wife Ren, and so he's part of the family. Jalen is so tall now, long, lanky, man, and so I've always wondered how, in essence, those families felt, when they go out, because they're so embarrassed. But it's like, man, your kid is just. He's doing what he does. Yeah. But they're always so, I'm sorry. I'm like, man, you ain't got to be quiet. He could let him do whatever he do. Do his thing.
I'll say sorry if he do, if he step on the foot or something. I'll be like, my bad. I apologize.
He
good. Be like, he all right. And that's literally the 99% of the time. People, if I overcompensate, people are like, he all right. And it's like, thank you,
That's
God.
what I love.
It's like God whispering, like, relax.
That's what I love so much, that people are now accepting and understanding that, because that's really all we ask, that you just be a little understanding. It's just, he's going to, and it's not that he can't, it's just going to take a little longer. Yeah. That's all. It just may take a little longer for him to get it. Yep. That's all. Wow. So.
Yeah, but High Rise, again, is the day habilitation center that Jalen goes to. I've made, again, the involvement a nonprofit. And so we just partner. So, like, they're part of our mission. Like, once, we go into these schools and start talking to people and say, hey, you got some juniors, seniors that are about to graduate. Talking with the goal. We haven't, of course, we just opened. The goal is to, like, have those conversations to say, do they have a plan? If they don't, hey, let's find a resource. Let's find a High Rise. Let's find there's so many resources out there for them.
Yeah, I love that, because they do, they grow, they age just like us. And then once they get out of the school system, they have to have a plan. Just like what you were saying, because individuals with disabilities, a schedule is the best thing you can have. Because once they get off, or if they were supposed to do something at 8:50 and it's 8:52, it's an issue. Yeah, we supposed to be here at this time. We supposed to be doing this.
They know it. Like, their brain works on routine.
Yeah, and when it gets thrown off the same, and it really is us. I just say it's the same way we do stuff. They just don't use the same coping mechanisms that we should use. Yep. That, because Esther say all the time, when I'm hungry, I get hangry.
Yeah.
So I get short, I get irritated easily, and so them the same way. So I learned just be quiet.
Yep.
Stop talking to people.
Yep.
Move away because you go snap. And so I learned because when she pointed it out to me, I was like, oh, I do that. It is because I'm hungry.
I be hungry. Though.
Yeah, I need a Snickers. And so they just can't cope in the same way when they hungry.
Yep.
I'm hungry, and so it ain't no, oh, I can come now. You missed the food window.
Missed the food. You missed it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was interesting. I appreciate you even talking about it and having the conversation, because a lot of times people don't always have the forum to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, when you go to these support groups, a lot of people don't look like us.
Right.
So sometimes it's harder when we don't have those shared experiences to kind of go through. So the next thing we want to do is have some fun. Episode 19, you know where we always have fun, is our game section. In our game section, we're going to play this or that. So this or that, episode 19, featuring Ashley Paul.
Let's do it.
We will start with our softballs as we do, and then we will curate it to her later. So first, summer or winter?
Summer.
Worker or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
Everybody
doesn't believe that I'm really an introvert.
I
just
am
have
too.
extroverted jobs and businesses. But dang, when it's over at the end of the day, baby, it's nothing like
cover that head and just
sitting on my couch and in my house.
I get it. I'm the same way. I get it. Okay, so Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Oh, really? Favorite Prince song?
I ain't got one.
But everybody like that Prince.
I can't think. Oh, I do know it, but I can't. Yeah.
I go.
I don't know. We had this little debate at the gym. Then people really tried to get on me because I wasn't an MJ fan.
Oh, come on now.
No, I didn't get into them like that.
I love both.
Crying.
Really?
I didn't get that. Now Prince was like a
was
no-brainer because my mama and my aunties love Prince, so I love Prince.
Okay, I'm with that. Prince had the girls, so I wouldn't be mad. Diamonds and pearls. If I girl,
there we
diamonds
go.
And
there we go.
Yeah,
That's
okay, I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan,
yes. Okay, Denzel or Samuel L?
Denzel. You ain't going on.
All right, passive or aggressive?
Ooh, aggressive. Don't please. Passive can piss me off. Say what you want to say.
MLK or Malcolm X?
That's a good one. I'm gonna go MLK though.
Okay, all right. You're a little different. Okay, all right. PC or you like to cuss a little bit?
I cuss a little bit.
Okay, just a little bit. Not at the folks.
I mean, I'm a work in progress.
Hey, we all are. I do too. All right, so let's go to a couple hood classics. Okay. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society? Tough one.
That's a tough one. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, got us stumped a little bit.
That's tough.
Yeah. And this is our childhood here, so this challenges everything.
That's tough. You got Trey with the leaves.
Yeah, you got this. I at least know when he was swinging in there.
I wanted a double burger with cheese.
Double burger with cheese.
I'm gonna go Menace. You
gonna go Menace? Okay,
I'm gonna go Menace.
We gonna go Menace. I'm with it. That soundtrack was hard. Both the soundtracks were great. Okay, Harlem Nights or Coming to America?
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. Okay, I like it. I like it. The Wood or Best Man?
Ooh. The Wood,
yes.
Ain't nothing like The Wood.
Ain't nothing like The Wood. Okay.
You trying to get ready for that
dance, baby. For real. Okay, so Martin or Fresh Prince? Martin, okay. Chris Brown or Usher?
Chris Breezy.
Hey, Breezy. Okay, let me go down. This is interesting. Brandy or Monica?
I'm a Monica because I'm a Goonica, but Brandy voice
Kick down your dope and smash it.
Yeah, Brandy voice is unmatched, but
the vocal Bible.
But you can't miss with Monica.
You can't. Monica is more. The kick down your dope. It's when Brandy is when right. Brandy is when I gotta go to the ball. Monica's Oh, she messing with my dude.
I'm gonna go to the ball too, but if we need to fight while we there, I'll kick my shoes off.
I got the slippers in. I got them.
Hey.
Okay, alcohol or non-alcoholic beverages?
Depends on the setting. I'm really not a drinker, but if we out kicking it, give me a drink.
Give me a drink. Okay, take that. We'll take that. All right, so let me get a few more of these from this side in. Netflix or Tubi?
Netflix.
Okay. Quiet night at home or paint the town red?
Quiet night at home.
Okay. All right. So on this one, on grits, salt and pepper or sugar and butter?
Butter and sugar.
Yes, sir. All right. Crafted just for the Ment Fitness team, because I may get B. So let's see what he'll say. All right. Morning or evening workouts?
Morning.
Push-ups or pull-ups?
Push-ups. Push-ups. I don't really like neither one of them.
Okay. Leg day or skip it?
Leg day.
Okay.
Leg day.
HIIT workouts or boot camps?
Neither.
No, you don't like neither. Okay. Group training or individual?
I'm in the middle, but I do better with individual.
Do better with individual. Okay. So, bands or body weight workouts?
Body weight.
Body weight. Okay. 100 push-ups or 100 sit-ups?
Oh, sit-ups.
Okay. 100 sit-ups or 100 squats?
Squats.
100 squats or 100 burpees?
Squats.
Stay away from the burpees. Keep those things. All right, last one. Better trainer, you or B Hall?
Technicality wise, it'll probably be Brandon, but personality, you can't beat me, baby.
Hey, B. We'll take that. We appreciate you playing this or that. Yeah. And so, last one, we always ask 3 things you would take on a deserted island.
Oh, 3 things. I thought it was gonna be 1.
You got my list. We'll give you 3 things on a deserted island. We'll give you 3.
Okay, I need a knife.
Okay, I like that.
I need a knife.
You got to be able to catch something and kill something.
I mean, yeah. I need a satellite phone. I don't want this cell phone because it might not work.
You want a hey, that's a good one. Okay, you thought about that one. A satellite phone.
That was gonna be my one. Like I need a phone.
I need
it was one or the other.
Your satellite phone, I can do everything with.
I need to be able to call.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the last thing? You know, because you're on a deserted island. I need my brain to not go crazy. This might sound crazy, but a book. I don't know what book. But
I like
I
that.
Need to be able to escape.
We'll get you like a never-ending book.
Here.
It just, you just read it over. It'll just update.
But it's like a fiction for sure. It's like I can pull away from
being surrounded on a deserted island.
I'm stuck.
I like that. I like that. So that is our game section for episode 19 with Ashley Paul. We'll see how she compares to other this or that people, and then always we curate the last kind of group for who we have. So next in P's Pod, we always like to bring people that have some great things, that are doing great things. We like to partner with people because I like to highlight some of those great things. But we have real people that go through real things, and we like to encourage and give people some uplift. So in this section of P's, we always have our Phoenix moment. Okay. A Phoenix moment, of course, is something that maybe tragically happened to you or you went through, and then you've coming out on the better side. So give us your Phoenix moment. Drop some encouragement on us.
That's very good. A Phoenix moment. I don't know if it's a moment or a time frame, right? So again, we talked about, young motherhood with Jalen and not understanding it. And it was a time, like it was really to get me to where I am today, right? So I was at a job, and I remember at a certain point thinking, this life sucks. Like all I do, this life sucks. Now I've never been, never had bad thoughts, but like this is sucky. Like I just wake up, I deal with Jalen, loosely. Right. I just go to work, and then I pick him up and I come home. That was like one day, like that whole process, that whole little routine went through my head, and I was like, man, this sucks.
And those days start coming together. And it's then the same
I was living
day,
check to check. It was like I can't go nowhere. I really can only do this routine because this is all I got the money for. Right. And so right before I changed careers to personal training, whatever. I was actually training to do a bodybuilding show.
Oh, okay.
I got into that, and I stopped doing that because some stuff that happened at Jalen's school, his old school, and so it was like, oh, I need to say this, I need to get out of this district anyway.
Okay.
But I had gotten into now I really enjoy this training thing. Yeah, I love this training thing. I love fitness. And so my old job, the last full corporate job I had, my old boss, I started I would go to the gym. I would still go to the gym on lunch. I used to work down there for Baylor, and so we had the Landry Center. I would go work out.
Mm-hmm.
So my boss was like, "Can I come work out with you?" And so she started working out with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she lost I want to say 15 pounds in 1 month.
Wow. Dang.
And the Phoenix moment for me then was she literally put the bug in my head. She was like, "You're really good at this. You should get certified." She literally, I don't even know if she knows that. If she ever sees, I'm gonna find her. But she was the one who put the bug in my ear and was like, "Do it."
Wow.
And from taking that test to that was 2015, 2016 to where we are now, almost 10 years later.
Wow.
That was my Phoenix moment.
Wow. And that has then changed your life to where now you're no longer working that corporate job anymore. Mm-hmm. You're a gym owner. Mm-hmm. And you're an entrepreneur. I mean, you still do your side hustle, and everybody. You got to have more than one. It just is what it is.
You want money from a couple of different ways.
Yeah, because those little drips help. Yep. Shoot, when I'd rather instead of getting punched from different ways, punch me with money in different ways.
Yeah.
So that is wow. You said literally change your life from living check to check, routine-ish to now being more a boss, pretty much bossing up.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Literally her saying that and me okay, I'll look at this little certification.
This little certification. Now that is your life.
That's my life now.
Wow.
I'm in control of it. I don't have my life suck moments anymore.
Yeah. I love that. Oh, y'all hear that? Yeah. That is a Phoenix moment if I've never heard one. So you were saying something and I forgot. Tell us about the Autism Walk this weekend. I forgot about that. I apologize.
Again, with Involvement in Motion, so excited about our new nonprofit. We're doing an Autism Awareness Walk tomorrow morning, the 26th at 8 a.m. over with the trail starts. We're meeting at the Cedar Hill Rec Center, but it's going to be an amazing, this is our second year, but this will be the first year with our new nonprofit. So this is our first fundraiser for the organization. We're really excited. Last year we did it. It was our first year at the gym. It was we're going to have something for autism awareness. So we did the walk last year. We had 71 people registered last year.
71.
Yeah. As of this morning, we have 130 people registered.
Wow, that's amazing.
We're excited about it.
Give it up.
But again, it's awareness. People just need to know.
Just need to know.
Autism is a thing. It's a real thing, and it's this is our actual shirt for the walk tomorrow. And
you got the
shirt.
Don't
label us. Don't label them.
Don't
say,
label
he's
them.
autistic. He has autism, but he is XYZ. He's so many more things. He or she.
Definitely.
So we're excited about that. 8 a.m. tomorrow. Again, we're starting. We're going to start on time.
We're gonna start at 10.
So get there a little bit early if you want to, mingle.
Right.
We're gonna 8 o'clock. We're starting to walk.
Hey,
it's just a walk. If you want, we have a couple people that do run. They'll take off, but for the 90 other %, everybody's gonna be walking, communing, talking, and it's just a good time.
That is beautiful. I love that. I'm glad I remembered that to bring that back up. Because I'm trying to partner with y'all too. Y'all know we get on them bikes. And so how can people help partner with you? Because I know with that walk you need people to bring food, water. Do y'all have that kind of thing?
Yeah, also? Yes. So we'll definitely have waters out there. This year, because it's just the second year. We still getting our feet wet.
Okay.
But next year, we're already planning for next year. So we definitely want to partner with people, have table setups, vendors, and all the things for that. But partner with us. We love to in any way. If it's just donations, a lot of people don't have connections in the IDD or the special needs community, but you got a little money.
And
guess what?
Your money go a long way.
Your money goes a long way.
Yes.
It's small. I think it's small. It could be big for some people, so don't take offense. But $150 pays for one adult or one person to get a month's worth of training.
Nice.
So
$150 something if you want to do.
Yeah, and you can set up we have on our, and I'll share with you also. You can share, but on our donor site you can set up to have a monthly donation, something like $10 or $25, and that you don't understand that.
How much that helps. Oh man, that's
the
beautiful.
mission is so big.
Hey, and it's always different ways to support the mission. And so please give your money if you got helping hands. I'm sure they won't turn you away for helping.
We have volunteer. We need volunteers to come help in the fitness classes and all the different realms. So yeah,
there's so many different ways to actually help out.
Yep.
So I'm glad we went back to that. So next in P's, this episode, I always tell people that I know everybody I bring in. We speak. We have had some good times together and had some fun. So I always then like to have what we call an us moment. So this is our opportunity for our guest to tell a quick story, fun, or however, about a moment of us. So episode 19, Peace Pod, Ashley's us moment.
I don't know what year it was, but the year that we all hung out, me, you, Z, E, look, me, all the letters, me, you, Z, E, and Ren. It was for your birthday. We went to that silent party.
The silent
You
party.
talk about a good time.
Wow.
You talk about so many shots.
That was before my birthday.
It was before your birthday. And it was,
Yeah.
was that, that was right before y'all's wedding?
Yes. So that was a great.
That was the best night ever.
We had some. That was probably one of the best birthdays and the best nights because we went to that silent party and had a ball. Then we went to was it Deep Ellum? Did we went Deep Ellum afterwards?
Where that was. You talking about afterwards? Yeah,
yes. Afterwards with the Bruise Brew, whatever it's called.
This is the good part of that. We went to eat, y'all. Now I said it was a lot of shots.
A lot of shots.
We were drunk.
Oh yeah, we had a good night.
We sit in the booth. There's a big booth, so it's me, Essica, and Lloyd on one side, and E and Z on the other side. We all talking. It get quiet on my side.
Yeah.
They look across and they laugh, and I'm like, what? Him and Essica like this.
Out of there.
The food ain't even. I don't even know if we had ordered. Like, bro, we're not gonna make it. How are we gonna get home? How is anybody? We have to eat this burger. We gotta soak this up. We can eat this grease and this bread. But that was
that was a great night. And it was one we do need to run it back.
We need to run it back.
And that was those nights where it's like I'm glad we took pictures.
Oh,
because
I had to delete one of the pictures though.
It was
incriminating.
We got there. That was one of those. It was grown folks where you taking the pictures, but nobody ever seen them.
Yeah.
And so I posted one, me and S, where S was just like, I'm here, out of there.
That's one of the best nights.
As she said, she and I got married the next day.
Yeah, the next day. I think they had a hangover.
Yes, we did. We had to go pick up S's bouquet. Is that what that's called? A bouquet. That morning before we went. S and I had we were both on our second marriage. So we got the starter marriages out the way, as I call them. So she and I got married, literally. Went to a church and she got married with our pastor, Reverend Logan. Salute. So it was just us two, him and his wife. So it wasn't like a big pomp and circumstance. So us just being kind of inebriated, it was like, hey,
that's cool.
Hey, get up. We got to go get married.
Yeah. That was a good time, but we got to figure out somebody's birthday or something to run it back.
Oh, we do. We got to have some old grown
because we're older and we're not as
and it's hard. Oh, it's getting so hard to get together. All these we got a bunch of kids and life. Because now pretty much
kids. They old.
I'm a pop now. I got twins. So. Lastly, give me your information. We're gonna make sure we're gonna put that for your Memphis, your socials, all of that, so that our listeners and followers can follow you.
So Ment Fitness is on Instagram _Ment Fitness, and it's MENT fitness. Involvement in Motion is on Instagram as well. It's involvement _ motion. My personal IG is ITS Ashley N Paul. So fine.
Nice. So we about to wrap this thing up. We're gonna jump into our dismount, but we do thank you so much, Ashley, for jumping on. She was so gracious to be like, yeah, Lloyd, whenever. Yeah, you know, we family. And so especially in my mess up with my forgetful self and us doing it again. So again, we thank her again.
Absolutely.
Make sure we follow her. Autism Walk is tomorrow. If you would like to participate, please go out and support. If you can't be there, give your money. Nobody says no to money. We don't look gift horses in the mouth.
Need it.
So, for our quick dismount, we talked about patience, right? The P stands for patience. So, in life, things don't always go your way.
No.
But you got to have the patience to understand that maybe it just isn't your time. Or maybe what you want is not for you. I remember trying to get jobs when I was laid off, and you going through all of this stuff, and you're going through all these interviews, and you're like, I'm qualified for that. I should get that.
Yeah.
Why didn't I get that? And you're so upset. And then you look up, and then I really specifically had a situation, a job that I felt like I knew I should have gotten. Somebody else got it. 2 months later, that job was gone. They had circled it out, and I would have been back on the street looking for another job anyway. I got another job that I didn't feel like, I felt like I was overqualified for, got into that job, and now it has led me to making pretty much triple what I've made, and starting from working in a warehouse. So I had to have that patience. I went back from being grown, from making, I was probably making about $50,000 at that time, got laid off, to $1,350.
Ooh, humble.
Talking about humble pie,
beginning.
wearing jeans and a orange t-shirt in a warehouse every day. And I could have been like, I'm too good for that, but I needed a job. I had my son with me.
Right.
And it was like, I gotta work. I don't have a excuse. And was working, but the patience of that, from being in that job, working my butt off, and then finding my way, listening to people, learning, and being humble, I was able to then be where I am now. But sometimes it takes the patience.
Yeah.
You gotta just go through your situation. There's no easy way out sometimes of a storm that you're supposed to be in. So take it in stride. Don't be bitter or upset with your situation or people that didn't give you the job because you weren't supposed to have it no way. But have that patience and know you can have your Phoenix moment, and then you can have a story as a testament for somebody else. So thank y'all for joining this episode of P's Pod. Ishmael says it is time to go. The yard man said it's time. The yard boy run them myrtles. So we will see y'all next time. Thank you for joining episode 19 of Peace Pod. Thank you, Ashley Paul. And we will see y'all next time.
Bye.
Peace.